What's good, YouTube? It's your boy AiirPatrick coming at you with another F1 Talks video, and today we're going to talk about the Formula 1 Grand Prix. And if y'all didn't see the race yet and don't want the race to get spoiled, get the hell out of this video right now. Just a quick disclaimer for y'all, but let's get a quick rundown of the top 10 finishers. Sebastian Vettel finally getting his first win with the Ferrari team, and his first win, it seems like in ages, but since 2013 it is his first win. Finishing in second place is Lewis Hamilton, Nico Rosberg in third, Kimi Raikkonen in fourth, Valtteri Bottas in fifth, Felipe Massa in sixth, Max Verstappen at seventh, eighth comes in Carlos Sainz, and coming in ninth place is Daniel Kvyat, and coming in at 10th and the final point scoring slot is Daniel Ricciardo. Okay, so Sebastian Vettel basically drove a two-stop strategy that worked to perfection against the Mercedes' three stoppers. The early safety car caused by Marcus Ericsson of a very desperate move to pull off an overtake on turn 1 and basically overshooting his car and going to the gravel and getting his car stuck in the gravel, pulled out a very early safety car, which caused a lot of drivers opting to come in the pits early so that they don't lose out on the tire degradation, because it was so hot in Malaysia. But Sebastian Vettel and Ferrari didn't decide to put Seb into box Seb, but instead they kept Seb on the track. So basically that made Seb number 1, and Seb just basically took it from there and just ran the race, basically like what he does usually when he comes out in front. So this is the first time that the Mercs got beaten by pure pace. It isn't that they were stepping on each other's foot. It wasn't that they have mechanical issues and whatnot. This is the first time that not Sebastian Vettel, but anybody in general that beat the Mercedes just fair and square with no excuses. Some people say that it's because the Mercs were struggling with the tire degradation, but still, it is pure on pace. Ferrari beat Mercedes with pure pace. Sebastian Vettel overtook Hamilton and Rosberg very easily. The Mercs can do nothing about it, and that is quite alarming to see another team that much faster than the Mercedes on a weekend. So hopefully a lot of teams and other teams catch up with Mercedes as well, like Ferrari, and can this leapfrog Ferrari back on top. Now we're gonna talk about Kimi's comeback a la Lewis Hamilton drive from 11th to 18th to 4th. Well, during the start of the race, he got punctured by Felipe Massa, and he came back with that safety car. He took full advantage of that safety car. He was lapped, and then he basically lapped himself out, then just basically flew over the entire field and finishing in 4th place. And Williams struggling with the tire degradation issues. 18 seconds of Ferrari, that is very alarming. They have much promise of the start of the season and mainly of last season. Now they're finishing 18 seconds off Ferrari, and Toro Rosso beating Red Bull Racing. Max Verstappen scoring the record for the youngest point score in Formula 1 history, which could be not broken because their record will stand forever, I think, unless the FIA reduces the super license age once again. Right now it is set at 18 years old, so Max Verstappen is 17 and he got in just before they changed the rule. So Max will probably be the youngest driver to score a point forever in Formula 1. And Danny Ricciardo getting beat by Daniel Kvyat. Kvyat, of course, we all know that he had the spin around the washing machine spin on turn 2 because of Nico Hülkenberg just sticking his front nose in pause. But we all know that happened. But again, Daniel Ricciardo struggling with his brakes, and which led to him being beat by Daniel Kvyat. So that's not a good look for the Australian, as I'm gonna give y'all the complete results of the race. Vettel, Hamilton, Rosberg, Raikkonen, Bottas, Massa, Verstappen, Sainz, Kvyat, Ricciardo, Grosjean, Massa, Perez, Hülkenberg, and Mary. And the DNFs are Button Alonso and Marcus Ericsson. And McLaren as well. I'm gonna touch on McLaren real quick. they had great pace. They didn't have great pace to compete with the Mercs or the Ferraris, but they had pace for the midfield. But they had their mechanical issues and whatnot, so they basically stopped them. But they're looking promising. They just need the reliability needs to be on point for McLaren. And that's basically my thoughts on the whole Malaysian Grand Prix. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow your boy on Twitter and on Instagram at AiirPatrick. Bye, man. Peace.